The Lost City, Atlantis, by Nicholas Javaloyas and Michaela Hassan. And in a single day and night of misfortune, all your warlike men and a body sank into the earth, and the island of Atlantis disappeared into the depths of the sea. Modern myth of Atlantis claims that a sophisticated civilization existed 15,000 years ago, but was devastated by calamity. The elite survivors from Atlantis then propagated civilization among other populations. The existence of this civilization is inferred from indirect and circumstantial evidence, and it is claimed that various ancient cultures refer to the arrival of elite visitors from Atlantis. The most infamous figure spreading the misinformation of Atlantis is Graham Hancock, and who is also famous for not wearing anything but a white shirt. He has appeared on 10 Joe Rogan Experience podcasts, one of which reached 23 million views, and has his own Netflix show called Ancient Apocalypse, which garnered the second most views on the platform in its first week of release. Hancock argues that stories about a massive flood that destroyed an advanced civilization are present in ancient myths from various cultures around the world, suggesting a common origin for these stories. He argues that this advanced civilization was responsible for spreading culture, religion, monument building, agriculture, and civilization to the entire world after being destroyed in a flood. Is there any merit to what Hancock is saying? No. Or is there? Well, let's look at the facts. The theory that Polynesians reached South America can be supported by genetic evidence showing that Polynesian islands carry small amounts of DNA inherited from people who lived in Colombia about 800 years ago. And the staple food of Polynesia, the sweet potato, originated in South and Central America. Without DNA or physical evidence connecting the two groups, it would be difficult to argue for the theory of Polynesian and South American contact. Interestingly enough, there is no DNA evidence of an ancient civilization that ties to the great civilizations of Earth, making it very unlikely that such a civilization even existed. Plato's two Socratic dialogues mention Atlantis, a utopian society of demigods that attacked Asia and Europe but was defeated by Athens and eventually sunk due to earthquakes and floods. Atlantis is believed to be an allegory for an ideal society and the dangers of corruption and imperialism, not a historical fact. With all of this information in mind, it is pretty clear that there is no lost city hidden below the waves. The myth of Atlantis has captivated people's imaginations for centuries, and its allure continues to fascinate people today. But alas, the story of Atlantis is just that, a myth. While there may be indirect and circumstantial evidence that suggests the existence of an ancient civilization, the lack of concrete evidence and DNA make it difficult to prove its existence. It is important to remember that the earliest mention of Atlantis was not meant to be taken literally, but rather as an allegory for an ideal society and a cautionary tale of the dangers of corruption and imperialism. Though it might not be a real archaeological site to discover, doesn't mean that there isn't anything to learn from it. While the city itself is based in fiction, the morals it portrays are based in our own reality. It is a cautionary tale that shows how man can fall due to his own hubris, corruption, and imperialism. These lessons can still be applied to our current civilization and experiences. Both wealth and conquer decline as possessions become pursued and honored, and virtue perishes with them as well. Thank you for watching.